Okay, Alfredo. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. moving, still moving. I'm going live because I got off early and I did some videos. So, the title of this video, as you can see, is Would You Date Yourself? And to me, it's a legitimate question. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because think about it like this. If you had a doppelganger, somebody who looked just like you, but was the opposite sex, would you date that person? You know, oh, that would make you gay to date. You know what, play cousin? I hate you right now. But if you looked at yourself from an objective point of view, could you really date yourself if if you got a best friend and you saw yourself, if you're a man and you saw your doppelganger as a female, if you're a woman and you saw your doppelganger as a man, right? And you got a best friend, would you be like, you should date, you should you should date the other version of me? What's up, Devin? Because a lot of people talking. Reason I'm saying that. Reason number one, your looks. Because a lot of people, hey, I'm just gonna be silly, but I'm gonna be very honest. A lot of people are overvaluing themselves, and we ain't got it like that. So a lot of people say your looks. Okay, well look at yourself. You've been looking at yourself your whole life, and you're like, yeah. But if you saw yourself in another version, would you be your first choice? You fine when you're in the mirror looking at your ugly ass, but if you see if you see yourself in another version, what's going on, Tevin? And you see yourself in another version, and you like, would you be your first choice? You know. Then again, man, would you look at because a lot of we look at ourselves. I'm a 10. You better okay. We gonna have to. 10 minus what? 10 minus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. What's going on? I am alpha. Because that's one of the biggest questions. We always consider ourselves as fine and cute. But if you saw yourself, you know, and you rated yourself objectively, would you, if you saw a bunch of dimes, what's going on, Senator? If you saw a bunch of dimes, would you say, I'm on par with them? So, fellas, if you saw, all these women's crush as a man, could you say, yeah, that's me? Or ladies, if you saw all these guys considered a dime, could you say, yeah, that's you? Oh man, because these women consider a dime what? A millionaire. We'll get to the millionaire, but somebody who's tall, dark, and handsome. So if you short, light, and ugly, are you still? Would you still say I should be their first choice? I look just as good as them guys who look a whole lot better than me. To me, that's delusional. Now, the reason I'm saying that would you date yourself is because if you flipped it around, would you see yourself as the best thing since sliced bread right now? But if you flipped it around and you saw yourself, you saw like a paternal twin. Is it that a paternal twin, a fraternal twin? When you got twins, but one is a boy, one is a girl. Would you say, yeah? And I know it's a lie. I know some of y'all say, yeah, I'll date me. You a damn lie. You wouldn't be your first choice. Because I know twins like that. One is a boy, one is a girl. And it ain't that, put my sister against all of these chicks. Because we twins. Uh-huh. So you think she look better than them? Nah, she don't. What about her? Nah. Same thing with the guys. Honey S, you better stay with me on this one, because it's about to get interesting. Interesting, Lucy. Very, very interesting. Now, because here's the problem. Okay, big Neff, relationships are pointless. Fine, jerk off. No problem. Because a lot of us are delusional. You wouldn't be your first choice. If you saw you in the opposite sex version, you probably wouldn't be your first choice. You might be your fifth choice. You'd be looking over your damn self. Oh, kind of. I'm not looking. I'm not looking as hot as I thought. I got to level up because I ain't dating me. That's how it's going. Now that's the first problem. Would you date yourself? The second thing, image. If you date, would you date your image? Like if you saw yourself in the opposite sex, would you date your image? Like me, I'm in this mug chilling, right? I'm always in chill clothes, workout clothes, or relaxing clothes. Do I want to be with a woman who dressed like me chilling in the house all the time? Now I'd be like, man, won't she clean herself up? I'm not cleaning my damn self up, but I'm telling her she needs to clean herself up. Look at your own image, how you present yourself to the world. Would you date your image that you put out to the world? That's the question. Pharaoh, what's popping? Because a lot of us, as a guy, if I'm hoodied up, ball capped up, Gerard, what's popping? Man, I'm good, fam. I'm good. The royalty, thank you. November. Now, you broke up with yours. Your girlfriend, oh, I thought you said you broke up with you this Sunday. Don't sweat it, man. There's plenty of fish in the sea. But you got to make changes. As long as you figure out you got to make changes, that's cool. She got to wear top quality prom dress. I mean, I'm just saying. Because some of the imagery, like, think about it. Like some of you ladies walk around in yoga pants everywhere you go. Do you really want a dude walking around into the... If you walked around like that, would you want a guy walking around with the equivalent of that every day? You want to be hugged up with, male yoga pants all day? No, you don't want to do that. And when I just say image, I'm grown. So I know it's when it's time to put on some grown clothes. Do you want to be with a person who doesn't want to put on grown clothes on a regular basis? What if, and forget the grown clothes part. What if the image is super hood? Do you want to date that super hood image? If you putting out the super hood image, do you want a super hood? If you're a guy, do you want a super hood chick that's dressed super hood everywhere she go? Cause you super hood everywhere you go. If you're a woman, you want somebody like that everywhere they go. That's what you want. I don't think you're gonna want that image. I just don't. So would you date yourself if you putting out that type of image of yourself? Now, it ain't just the reason why I'm talking about image is because some of us are scared to grow. So when you meet a person who is so comfortable that they don't want to do anything outside of their comfort zone, that's part of their image also. Topaz was popping. The screen freezes, so I ain't know. Man, BMT, what's going on, man? I'm gonna hit you up later. Maybe tomorrow when I'm at work, but I'm gonna hit you up. I ain't talked to you in a minute, man. My bad. But ladies, some of y'all ladies like to be overly sexual. Do you want a guy who dresses overly sexual? Y'all gonna look at him kind of funny, but I'm just saying, what is the equivalent? Would you date yourself if you always looking for attention? Would you date a man always out there looking for attention with his image? Would you date that? Could you date yourself if you saw the male version of yourself thirst trapping the world for attention? Could you do that? You know? Okay, somebody hit me up. Uh, that's the thing. I don't see that as happening. I really don't. Because it's going to get annoying. I'm chilling. I'm chilling, Tope. It's like, Big Neff, ain't nothing right. Dress like Uncle Kevin. That's dope to me. You want to dress like Uncle Kevin? Dress like Uncle Kevin. You know, that's the thing. But some guys ain't willing to dress like Uncle Kevin, just like some women ain't willing to dress feminine. So that's a problem. Because what happens when you want to go somewhere that you can't take them? So would you date your image when you know you might want to go places, but you can't take the opposite version of yourself there because they just ain't grown enough to be comfortable in that setting? That would just, to me, that'd be a problem. But I'm saying, would you date yourself? Because a lot of times we're not putting ourselves on the actual objective chopping block. Because we're just giving ourselves so much credit because we are us. You know, I like me. I understand that you like yourself. But if you saw the female version of yourself, would you date that? If you saw the male version of yourself, would you date that? And a lot of people don't want to be honest, but absolutely not. Now, this one, this is about, well, Big Neff, you never liked yourself since childhood. You got to do something about that, man. You know, you grown now. You ain't a child no more. You can change that. As so a man thinketh, so he is. Think yourself something better than that and rock with it. The world did. Thank you. And you married. You know what? You ain't. Number 3. Would you date yourself financially? See, guys, we talk about hypergamy. Women want to date up. But let's talk about the financial situation. Because everybody wants to come up on somebody. He said, hell no. Yeah, everybody wants to come up on somebody. I ain't gonna, I wouldn't date somebody like that. Well, look, from the nose, that's the funny part about it. You don't want to date somebody who's financially in your situation. For you folks, I went to college too, but I don't have student loans like that. I actually worked and had partial scholarships and whatnot for sports and whatnot. So I wound up working and playing sports to keep it low. But if you met the doppelganger opposite gender version of yourself, and they had your same student loans, would you date that? Oh, I got $50,000 in student loans. Would you date your $50,000? I don't know, player. I don't know, cause they might want to get serious. I don't know if I can get serious with that. When people say, you make enough money, you don't make enough money for me. Then you find out what the other person makes, and you're like, if I make more money than you, you wouldn't date me. So if you met somebody that makes the same amount of money as you, you wouldn't date yourself. Oh snap, Sosa, what's poppin'? That's an issue. Because now you got to ask yourself, even your financial habits. Would you date somebody who spends like you spend? Like if you got a sneaker thing and you just spending money on sneakers, would you date a person that's spending money on shoes all the time? If that was you met the other version of yourself just buying shoes. You met the other version of yourself just buying clothes and wind up being broke. You date the other version of yourself that's an impulsive spender or is insecure. So what I got to do is I got to spend to make myself feel good. Would you date that? Too much weed? Yeah, I got to get high. Or, would you date the version of yourself that spends money on vices like, I need to have 19 bottles of Hennessy? Would you date that person? You know, if you on a link call, I got food stamps. Would you date yourself if you was on food stamps? I got you. My bad, my bad. But that's the issue because you got to question if you won't date you, how can you have all these standards for other people? LC was popping. Hey, 19 bottles. Yeah, Hey, don't don't you disrespect the cognac, okay? Don't you disrespect. No, just but would you date that? And I think it's a pertinent question because in America, we have all of this bad spending habits. Uh, we have this bad mindset when it comes to money. Even people who make a lot of money, a person who makes a lot of money, a lot of times will date someone who doesn't make a lot of money. So if you make a lot of money, could you have the same mindset as I make this amount of money and I'm good and I can even take on other people? But this person that I like doesn't make that much, I could take them on. Because, guys are notorious, yeah, I make $250,000 a year. And she a grown woman working at Chick-fil-A, but she thick though. And she nice. She got good customer service skills. I know she nice. So I could date Chick-fil-A, baby. Chick-fil-A boo, I can do that. Hook me up with, what I'm saying, some of them nuggets, nice, make me some lemonade, and she's nice. Oh, I could do that. But you flip it around. You know, could you could you actually date Chick-fil-A guy? Because you might be Chick-fil-A girl. Could you date Chick-fil-A guy if he was in the other position? I got a good heart. I ain't asked you that shit. Oh yeah. I don't McDonald's. I don't know. I don't like their food. I really don't like fast food like that. No way. But I take Chick-fil-A over McDonald's. And they nice in Chick-fil-A. Ain't you been? They so nice. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Chick-fil-A. You can have anything you want. Do you want a lemonade? Do you want some extra ice? Do you want some sauce? They are some nice people. Cool gent, what's poppin'? But would you date your own financial situation if you found it in another person? That was the question. You know. Number 4 though. Would you date your character? If you saw the bad aspects of your character in other people, would you date it? If you a liar, would you date the male or female version of you that's a liar? We know the answer is no, but you ain't got a problem being no liar though. I don't understand that. You know, if you are a user, would you date a user? You said you too controlling. you know, would you date a user? Like because you might not consider yourself a user, but other people like, yeah. Let's go with that. Are you emotional like that? Because I just don't understand. Why did they kill Mufasa? Nigga, you 40 years old. You seen the Lion King the first time. Can you date that though? Hey, I'm glad you're honest. I really am. I'm gonna be honest too because there are things about all of our characters that are not so pleasant. So because a lot of times what happens is We point to other people's problems because we don't look at ourselves. We don't want to look at our own issues and our own problems. So we'll say somebody else has an issue in character, but sometimes they just a mirror to our issue, and we don't like it in other people, but we don't have a problem with it with ourselves. You know, see, I could call people a hypocrite all day, but when I'm a hypocrite, I got an excuse. I don't. It's a dumb excuse. I think it's a great excuse because I'm the one making it. But would I want to date a hypocrite, even though the hypocrite is exactly me? It just happens to have breasts and a vagina, and it don't have no goatee. All of a sudden I can't take it, huh? If I ain't shit and she ain't shit, we the match made and ain't shit. But that's a problem because character and character flaws are very interesting nowadays because we don't want to admit that we might be the problem. I've had a lot of relationships, and guess what? I'm part of the reason for all of them not working. Some things, sometimes I did stuff right, and sometimes I did stuff wrong. Don't really matter whether I did it right or wrong. It didn't work, so I'm still part of the problem. And but if I was to date my mentality, could I date my own mentality? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't. I had homegirls who had low cuts. So I could date a chick who got low hair. I don't know about bald headed. I don't know about that Dora Milaje though. You know. Oh, honey, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, whatever. But even okay, another character thing. A lot of people are childish. See, if you're childish and you act immature, can you date somebody who's childish and immature just like you? Or is that gonna be a problem? And I gotta ask that. I don't know who the hell. Okay. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, no problem. Sorry about that. Got these alarms going off. Now, could you date somebody childish and immature like yourself? Could you do that? You know. Now, I gotta go here because number 5 is going to get interesting to me. Could you date somebody with your issues? Could you date the opposite of yourself with your issues? If you got daddy issues, can you date the opposite of yourself that has daddy issues? And the subsequent things that come with it. Could you do it? Because if you got them daddy issues, and you want to be rebellious because you got daddy issues and you grown, can you like when you're doing it, you're excusing yourself. But when somebody has daddy issues that you're dating, is it acceptable? Can you date that? Or on the flip side of that, what if they have mommy issues? Can you date, if you got mommy issues, can you date somebody just like you with them mommy issues? Now, daddy issues, I'm abandoned, so I don't want you, don't you ever leave me. Don't you ever leave. You know, can you really deal with that? Or somebody who, I hate your guts because my daddy left. Can you really deal with somebody like that? Really? If you the same way, can you deal with it? Because what goes around comes around. Same thing with mama issues. Can you date a mama's boy if you a mama's girl? Boss, what's poppin'? Jewel, what's going on? If you a mama's boy, could you date a mama's girl? Why she always got to go see her mama? Why she always on the phone with her mama? Why when her mama calls, she got to get up? Same thing with women. Do you want to date a guy who his mommy issue? You know, he's a mama's boy. You know, he Bobby Boucher. Mama said alligators is ornery because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Can you deal with that? If that's you. And see, people try to excuse it. Well, I love my mama. You love your mama too much. That's a problem. That is a problem. Hey, but what's going on? See, we got issues, but can you date yourself with them same issues? Or how about this? You got entitlement issues. You think the whole world owe you something. Can you date somebody just like you? Who's treating you like that now? You owe me something because I'm here with you. Can you do that? Like when you see yourself in the person you dating, can you date a person with them same entitlement issues? I'm here and I showed up. That means you owe me your whole life. You know, what about, and part of that entitlement is laziness. So when you're entitled, 9 times out of 10 you lazy. So can you date a person who is just as lazy as you? Because that's who you're going to be dating, your damn self. So can you date a person who's entitled, and because they're entitled, they're lazy just like you? So it's going to be 2 lazy people in a relationship who don't do nothing for each other, but expect the other person to do everything for each other because they just owe each other because they're around each other. I just want to know. You know? Now, this is about to be messed up. What if you got issues because you were spoiled? That beyond entitlement, just spoiled. Could you date yourself? I don't cook. People cook for me. I don't clean up after myself. People need to clean up after me because they spoil me. Okay. You know, I just do what I want to do. Because, you know, I was spoiled. I got treated so good that all I know how to do is get treated good. And, you know, I'm not going to lift a finger because I'm not supposed to. Women, can you, if you that spoiled, you know what? You need to clean the house and wash the clothes, and I'm going to go get a haircut. Can you deal with a guy like that? I don't have time to fix all of this stuff I messed up. I'm going to go to the mall and buy some sneakers. If you that type of woman, can you handle a man like that? Because guys, you know, she's spoiled. Give me some money to go get my hair done. Give me some money to go get my nails done. And because I need to do me. I need some me time. Your whole life is me time, but you need some me time. Can you date a person like that who always needs me time? They're in a relationship, but they so spoiled they always need me time. No you time, just me time. You know, is selfishness part of the issue? Can you do that? You know, I just want to know. I just want to know. You know, what about, you know what? You know what? I ain't even gonna do that. I ain't even gonna do that. Number 6 of can you date yourself? Could you date your family if it was another person? Like if you saw your doppelganger and you dated your doppelganger, could you date their family? Could you have to hang around that family? I just want to know. I'm slacking on the book, Topaz. I ain't gonna front. I'm slacking on that right now. You know, could you fall in love with yourself, with your drunk ass family? We got to go see your family. That's my family. I don't want, no, I don't want to hang around you. Like, what was that on Martin and Run Tell That? I don't like you. I don't like your family. I don't like your mom. They always try to bring a potluck. The bitch can't cook. You know? She always, well, how's my macaroni? It's fucked up, bitch. You're supposed to use cheddar. You using that pasteurized cheese. Cheddar's what you use. My mama told me that. Could you date a person just like the doppelganger of yourself with your family? With your old child molester, auntie, and uncle, you want to bring the kids over there? Could you date that? Could you date yourself? You know, could you? What about the family that's always asking for shit? You know your family always asking for shit. Could you date somebody who got a family always asking for shit just like your begging ass family? You know, they got to put up with it. Could you put up with it? You know, could you give my cousin JJ a ride because he don't have no car because he got drunk and ran his car off the freeway? Man, why don't you give him a damn ride? I don't like my cousin JJ. You know, that's a problem. You know, I just want to know. You know what? You about to make me do it. You about to make me do this. You really about to make me do this. Could you date your family if you had a church family? We go on a church every day of the week for 7 hours a day. Praise the Lord. We don't do nothing but go to church, dress up, pray. Lord gonna fix it. Could you hang around them people? Yes and no. You know, Mr. Imperfection King, it was popping. Could you hang around? You know, if you had to date yourself and your family was attached to that, would you be down for that? You know, the devil is a lie. Could you date yourself if your family was one of them obese families? If your family was the clumps, you know, oh, Hercules. You got to go over there and eat. You don't know if them almonds are roaches in the goddamn food. You know, everybody in the family 397 pounds. And now you looking at, you know, the doppelganger of yourself and you like, you about 180, but everybody here about 370. And you eating like these people. Can I? Uh-uh. I can't be with you. Cause you finna blow up. No, I'm not. You know, I've been in, I don't want to hear that. You know, what about if you got a scam artist family? Can you date that? You know, your family always got to hustle. Can you date yourself with your scam artist family? Come to your damn house. Always gotta scam. I always think they smart and shit. They ain't gonna never see this shit coming. Can you deal with that? People going through your stuff, stealing your shit. You go over to the family house for the holidays, they wearing your shit. You knew it came up missing. Where you get that watch from? Man, I seen one at your house just like it. I liked it, so I went to get it. Bitch, they don't even sell that watch in this state. If you don't give me my shit back before I kill you, you know, the family got to come in together. Can you give us some money? Because we trying to get such and such out of jail. Can you date that person? Baby, could you give me $300 because we trying to get Auntie Felicia out of jail because she got caught with credit card fraud again. Man, no. It's going to mess up our relationship if you don't get Auntie Felicia out of jail. I love her. No. No. Yeah, that's what it is. Tell me everybody wants a perfect partner, but I'm just saying, if you want a perfect partner, could you look at your damn self first and see, would you really date you if you was the you of the opposite sex? Like, would you really be your first choice? I want somebody perfect. I deserve somebody perfect, but I'm fucked up. But I won't tell them I'm fucked up. I'm going to tell them I'm perfect. They can obviously see that I'm fucked up, but I'm going to get the best deal I can get. And I'm going to get them fucked up. Because I'm great. No to all of the above questions. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Next question. Would you date yourself with your accomplishments? See, we talk about people having their stuff together, but I don't think the vast majority of Americans have their stuff together. You know, you really want to date that Asian woman? Uh-oh. But, you know, if you were a high school graduate, would you date another high school graduate? Or a high school dropout? Would you date another high school dropout? If you were a high school graduate, would you date another high school graduate? If that was you. If you was a if you was a college dropout, would you date a college dropout? You know. Oh, I'm gonna get to the kid. Oh, she 35 with no kids. You try. Hey, she might have baby fever, dog. She might not want you to pull out. You know, it's a billion people in China. She's gonna be pregnant. You know. Which Rachel, she was so mean. Yeah, she could be mad and delusional. I feel that. Would you date somebody? You know, they're college graduates. So they're a college graduate. I'm gonna date them because they're a college graduate. Okay. You can't if the sex is good. Oh, don't worry. We're gonna get to that part. Don't you worry about nothing on that part. I'm gonna talk about that too. But you know, what if they're what if you're 30 and you've been on your own for 5 years? Could you date another 30-year-old that's been on their own? Like, what if you grown and your accomplishments have you being a roommate to another adult? Could you date the opposite of that who has a roommate? Because a lot of you, like ladies, I know a lot of ladies who are grown who date um, who date men, but the girl has a roommate. She has an apartment and a roommate, or a townhome and a roommate. Could you date a man who is a roommate? And that's you. You get what I'm saying? Could you do that? That's a good question. I'm just saying. Because then all of a sudden he needs to have it together, but you don't have it together. Would you date you? You know, you want a grown man who got his stuff together to date a person with a roommate. Or if you living with your mama, you know. I mean, it is an assumption, but I'm just saying. Would you date yourself? Would you date yourself? Because, I mean, with women, there's a caveat. She feels safer with more than one person in an apartment because, you know, he doesn't feel like if something happens, there's somebody else to at least help, call the police or something like that, you know. But that's the same level of accomplishment. You know, you gotta ask that. You know, because we talking, we like to talk in absolutes, like, you know, I'm a doctor, she's a doctor. I'm a lawyer, she's a lawyer. You know, no. If you a garbage man and she a secretary, what's the problem? Just saying. She's a teacher and he work at FedEx. What's the problem? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Because we measure accomplishment in like a weird way. Would you date yourself and your level of accomplishment? On top of that, your decisions. Would you date somebody who's made the same decisions that you made? Like if you're one of those people who are reckless, would you date the version of you of the opposite sex that's reckless? Would you do it? You know, I decided I was just gonna go to the club and fuck off $1,000. Would you date a person like that? You know what? I'm out here having sex raw dog. I'm just I just want some skeet. What's wrong? I think I caught something. Need some of that penicillin in my life. Would you date a person like you? Would you? That made that type of decision. If you a person who said, you know what, when I was younger, I wanted to have a baby, so I lied to this person to get pregnant. Would you date yourself? If you're a woman, would you date a guy who said, I didn't tell this girl I wanted to have a baby, so I poked holes in the condom. Yeah. Would you date a guy like that? If you're a woman who's basically the equivalent, and that was your decision, so now you got to live with it. Would you do that? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. Would you date yourself? What would you see yourself as if you were those things? If your decisions were, I'm gonna go live my best life, and oops, I forgot to be a responsible adult. Would you date yourself if you was that kind of I'm gonna live my best life person, and then somebody else is supposed to clean up the mess? If those are the decisions that you would make, you will for the children. I hear you. I hear you. I ain't mad at you. I'm just asking the questions. Yeah, yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, Michael Rob. What I'm talking about is uh, a lot of us, we look at other people as projects, but we don't take an objective look at ourselves and see if we're actually a project. So if you actually, took took an objective look at yourself as if you were the opposite sex, would you really date you? Would you really be a catch? Because a lot of us, we feel like, oh, I'm great, I'm a catch, but we don't we don't acknowledge our own red flags. We don't acknowledge that we might not be a catch like we thought. You know what I'm saying? We might not really be as popping as we think. So if you saw as you as a man, if you saw the female version of yourself in all aspects, you know, if you was a 7 and you was a she and she was a 7, you dressed the way you dressed, she dressed would you be your first choice? My assumption, my thought process is everybody would not be their first choice. You know, I ain't gonna say 99.9%. 100% of people would not be their first choice if they had to date the opposite sex version of themselves. I'm just saying that. Matter of fact, let's get into some extra stuff real quick. Oh yeah. Ideologies. Would you date somebody with your ideology? Fellas, if you say I'm a man, I can't be faithful. Could you date a woman and say I'm a woman, I can't be faithful? Could you date that? Ladies, your ideology is I'm a strong, independent black woman. I don't need no man for nothing. Could you date a man? I'm a strong, independent black man. I don't need a woman for nothing. I ain't gonna do a damn thing for you, girl. I was taught to hate your guts and ask you for sex. Could you date that? Could you date that ideology? Could you date the ideology of you know the the religious doctrine? If you overly religious, can you date that ideology? You know, God told me that I couldn't eat red beans and rice on Tuesday. Could you date somebody like that? Or if you're one of the people who is an atheist and anarchist, could you date somebody who doesn't believe in anything? I don't believe in nothing. So I think, I need to be around somebody who doesn't believe in nothing. Could you actually date that? So now y'all both don't believe in a damn thing. Y'all committed to not believing in anything. See, watch what I'm about to say. There was a thing about more sisters are coming out as bisexual. Ladies, could you date a bisexual man? He love you in January, then he love him in February. Could you do that? If you're a bisexual woman, could you do that? You know, he decided to dress like James one month, and then he decided to dress like Jane the next month. Then he gonna come right back to you. Could you do that? You know, it, if somebody's a capitalist and money is and they do anything for money. If you do anything for money, can you date somebody who do anything for money? Can you trust them? Because if money comes into play, they just like you. Because what I'm saying is, a lot of our ideologies, we like our ideologies until we're faced with our ideologies. See, if you can be cutthroat and that's your ideology, and you can be cutthroat to get ahead, would you date somebody just like you who be cutthroat to get ahead, or do you feel like you might get your throat cut dealing with yourself? Because this is a problem with ideology, you know, or I'm gonna try to throw a monkey wrench in this. If you're a traditional, you into the traditional family, can you date somebody that's in the traditional family? Because see, nowadays people want traditionalism and traditional family structures, but they still want to hold on to feminist ideology, or even, I wouldn't say misogynistic ideology. Hold on for a second. I hear my phone ringing. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But people say they want a traditional family. God dog, man. I'm gonna call you right back. I swear I'm gonna call you back. Uh um could you do that? Could you date yourself when you want to be traditional, but you want the other person to be traditional, but you want to slip and slide out of traditional when it suits you? You know? Oh no, no. I know you never cross. We never cross, quote unquote, our female or male equivalent, but from time to time we meet people with our red flags, and then it shows us that we wouldn't deal. We wouldn't. A lot of us wouldn't deal with people who have our red flags. And see, that's the part about being real as far as just life and relationships with people. Like, if you got a red flag, you got to be able to deal with it too. So if you won't date your own red flags, don't consider yourself dateable. Now, let me fast forward a little bit. This is about to get ugly. This is about to get ugly because I forgot which one of y'all brought it up earlier, but it was coming. Literally, we probably talked about coming. Could you date somebody with your sex game or sex drive? See, if you nasty, can you date somebody that's just as nasty as you? Or are you gonna be like, You say that. You say that. And the reason I'm saying this as a man, because if a chick is too nasty, we gonna give her that look like, I'm a man. I'm supposed to be like nasty. But you, where the hell you learn how to lick Nutella off of a man's balls like that? You raggedy, nasty little bitch. You a hoe. I thought you was a nice one. Think about that. Could you date somebody, who wants to do all of the things that you want to do? Or on the opposite side, what if your sex game sucks? Could you date? Because this is what really happens. A lot of times people talk themselves up in bed. I'm the baddest thing. I'm the Michael Jordan of fucking. You will Purdue. Yeah, will Purdue. And now, could you date somebody just as boring in the bed as you? Huh? Hump, hump, hump. It's over. Could you date that? If you one of them dead fish, could you date another dead fish? Just I stay humble. Hey, that's good. Black pill. Hey, do your thing. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. Sam Bowie. Luke Long. Y'all dirty. JJ was popping. You know. But could you? You know, what about I'm about to do it. What if could you date somebody who ain't working with nothing if you ain't working with nothing? I'm just asking. You know, if you a guy and the girl tell you you ain't working with nothing, can you date a chick that ain't working with nothing? You got to be satisfied with dating yourself. Can you take yourself like she ain't working with nothing, I ain't working with nothing, we ain't working with nothing together. We're gonna be hard at, you're gonna be working hard at working with nothing. Can you do that? Or do you want somebody like the opposite? Just, you know, just want to know. Can you date somebody that tries to make up for sex, for bad sex, by being a great person? Would it, like you might be trying to make up for bad sex by being a better person? Because a lot of people keep saying sex is important. Sex is important. You know, no matter how good these people are to you, you know, if the sex ain't popping, you out the door. Now, if these people treat you like shit, if the sex is popping, you still there. So if you are, if you were undrafted in the sex draft and you are a walk on, but you're a good person, can you date yourself? This motherfucker can't do shit, but they nice. Without cheating. Without cheating. I just want to know, you know, or, 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 or. Let's flip this the other way. What if you got a super high sex drive? Can you date somebody with a super high sex drive? And before y'all ass say yeah, have you been with somebody who has a super high sex drive? Because most men and women alike say that's, yeah, I can do that. You get tired of fucking 3 times a day. God damn, again? Fuck. Again? Fuck. I just got off work. Again? Sex drive, I just gotta get it all the time. Everywhere you at, you got, you know, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but if you got an R. Kelly sex drive, you want to fuck all the time and sing about fucking and you know, hum about fucking and fuck, you know, instead of going to work, I'm fucking. Instead of going to sleep, I'm fucking. Okay, let's see. I'm just saying, but some people do. Some people do have a high sex drive. Could you date yourself? You know, could you? Just all day, all night, just Gatorade and condoms, just chilling by the bed. Gatorade condoms and the TV dinner. We gonna be right here, baby. Right here. Is it in you? It's gonna be in you all night long. Imperfection, you off the chain. You know, just asking. You know, and the other one. No, that was, you know, I didn't forgot the numbers. I'm just saying. It can happen. Relationship IQ. If you're inconsiderate in a relationship, would you want to be with somebody like yourself who's inconsiderate in a relationship? You know, sometimes the people are too attentive. You don't want to be. You might be an attentive person, but you might not want to be with somebody so attentive because they pay too much attention. You know, you pay attention to shit too. You're like, I seen that. Oh, I seen that. Do you want somebody who pays attention like that, like you do? You know, do you want somebody who's wants to, who's a talker, who has to talk everything out all the time. You're a talker, so do you want somebody to talk all the time? I can tell you, I've been with women like that. That shit gets on my goddamn nerves. I just want to talk. I just want to live myself. I just want to. Bitch, it's been 7 hours. And you ain't said shit. You just been changing voice tones, crying, wiping your eyes, telling me stories about when you was in kindergarten. I asked you about what's going on with you. I didn't ask you about your third grade crush, bitch. You know, somebody who has a, do you want to date somebody with your relationship IQ? I just gotta know. I just gotta know. Because could you date yourself if you were, how can I say this? If you were, I'm gonna do this alone, and what I need you to do is, like, if your idea of a relationship is I'm gonna do my job and you leave me alone, could you date that? Could you date another person that says I'm gonna do my job too, but you leave me alone? You know, could you do that? Or somebody who mirrors their parents' relationships, like your mama and dad got together like this and acted like this, so this is what you know. Would you want to be with somebody who knows the exact same things that you know? I mean, because a lot of us come from dysfunctional households, not necessarily functional households. I just want to know. Yeah, uh-oh. But because what if your IQ is, my family's way of having a conversation is arguing with each other, and then we get the point. So now, would you date a motherfucker who gotta yell at you, cuss you out, and you be like, "Oh yeah, I get it now." Would you date yourself if that was how it was? If a person gotta cuss you out for you to get it, could you do that? When you cussing everybody else out, could you get cussed out all the time? That's your level of IQ in a relationship. If your IQ is to be impatient with a person in a relationship, can you be somebody that's impatient with you? Somebody who lacks gratitude. You do something nice for them, and they got ugh. Like if you one of them people who are ungrateful, when people do shit for you, you get an attitude. Can you date a person like you? Oh, they brought me some cake. I'm fucking bitch. Bitch, I don't want cake. I wanted a muffin, bitch. Ugh. You know, you know. Oh, they bought you some cologne. Bitch, I don't want no cologne. I want some Axe soap, ho. You know, could you date yourself? You see the person that you with, and you get an attitude and roll your eyes the minute you see him. Like that, could you date a motherfucker that treats you like that? They see you walking out. This motherfucker. Like, if that's how you act, could you date yourself? Or you get an attitude to have sex. Could you date a person that creates drama just to have sex? Could you do that? Hotep! That's O'Shea hit me up. So I'm gonna hit Hotep up in a few because I've been on here for 58 minutes. Could you date yourself? As a matter of fact, when you put all of this up, let's ask this question. When you add everything together, when you add the looks, the image, your financial situation, if your character, your issues, your family, your accomplishments, your decisions, your ideologies, your sex game, your relationship IQ, if you add them all together and you put them on your doppelganger of the opposite sex, and you put them up with the people that you crushing on right now, which number would you be? Would you be the best looking out of that one? Would you have the best image? Would you have the best financial situation? Would you have the best character? Would you have the least amount of issues? Would you have the best family? Would you have the best amount of accomplishments? Would you have the best decision making? Would you have the best ideology? Would you have the best relationship IQ? You probably wouldn't know about the sex game, but which one would you be? Would you be in your own top 5 or top 10 if you crushing on like 10 people right now? Where would you sit? And where you would sit would let you know where you really are in this dating market. You know, because when we dating, it's a holistic thing. It's not a singular thing. So it's been an hour. My long-winded ass got to go. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. I appreciate all y'all for watching. Peace.